Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Welcome back, all my beloved student, to argumentative speaking class. How are you? How is it going? How is life? I hope you're just doing just fine, inshallah. Yeah. So today we're gonna back to the topics of earlier materials on argumentative speaking, and we're gonna talk details about it today. Hope you guys following. Let's. Before we start, I'm going to read the learning objective of today's materials. Setelah mengikuti pertemuan ini, mahasiswa mampu berpikir abstrak, cermat, dan objektif terhadap mosi topik yang diberikan. So we're going to talk about motion today. It's called motion or topic. Okay? Semoga nanti tercapai ya setelah ini ya. Okay, we go ahead. I'm going to use my English. Motion. This is the most frequently words that we'll mention throughout our courses in this semester. Yeah, motion, also known as proposition or resolution in other formats, is a statement that usually set the topic for the given debate. Motion has a synonymous word. It's sometimes called motion, it's called proposition, it's called resolution, and simple is called topic. So motion is topic. If you have an argument or you have a debate, if you have this word with you, so motion will be the topic that we are going to argue, or it's the topic that we are going to debate on, debate upon, or debate about. In any debate, the motion is always supported by the government and opposed by the opposition. So there is always these two sides in the argument. Yeah, we don't call it argument when in only one side. Okay, and of these two sides, we have one motion, one topic, one proposition, or one resolutions. Okay, so in any debate or in any argument, motion is always supported by two sides. It's called or affirmative, and there is also opposition or negative. So it's also interchangeable. Yeah, it can also be it's usually called government and opposition, or affirmative and negative. So just keep in mind those two words. Next, this one is the list of the examples of motion in an argument. We got plenty of them. 7 examples for today. Should homework be banned? Should homework be banned? For example, so the opposition and the government will argue about this topic, and the list of the topic I put here is actually a debatable motion, debatable topic, or debatable propositions. Yeah, for example, should homework be banned? So the government will propose to ban, to stop homework, and then the opposition will oppose. Yeah, it is unethical to eat meat. Yes, quite interesting motion. Should cigarette be banned from society? Many people like to say yes, but well, it can be debatable. Should cigarettes be banned from society? Should cell phone be used during class? So should cell phones be banned in the schools? Which is better, Harry Potter or Twilight? I think, do you think it's educational motion? But it's interesting one. Yeah, so which one is which? Opposition or affirmative or government? Yeah. Do celebrity make for bad role models? I think I will go for government. I will agree with that. Well, these examples are called motion. Yeah, no, I can't write that. Motion. Yeah, topic. Yeah, simple as that. Then, an argumentative speaking or a debate should at least following into this condition. First, to take a side from a motion or proposition, give the audience fact. So in argumentative speaking, you have to take a side. Either you go for the government, agree, or you go for the opposition, disagree, or you go to the affirmative, agree, or disagree if you are negative team. So in argumentative speaking, you have to take a side. You can't be in the middle. There's no like yes and no. You have to be in the middle. Yeah. Okay. Now next we have intends to provide insight over verifiable perspective for the audience. The keywords will be over for verifiable perspective. So if you have insight, opinion, or argument in a debate, it should be verifiable perspective for the audience. You have this uh, explanation that can be verified by the audience. So it's not like a chasing tail and you have no backup information of your arguments or your insights. Yeah, so the keywords is insight in there. Support, next, support reasoning with valid evidence. So in argumentative speaking, in debate, unlike others speaking skills ya, kalau di skill yang lain kalian bisa tanpa evidence ya. Kalau iya, itu tidak masuk dalam argumentative speaking. It might be just simply exchange of opinion, but in argumentative speaking or in debate, you should support your reasoning with valid evidence. You can go for research research result or survey result. Jadi kalau di argumentative speaking, kalian harus punya valid evidence untuk mendukung reason atau alasan kalian ya. Consider opposing viewpoints ya. Ini yang berikutnya. Dalam argumentative speaking, Anda benar-benar kritis. Jadi tidak hanya one way. One way itu seperti kalau kalian, if you are hang out and sitting on a traditional stall food, angkringan, people might tend to have this conversation, tense conversation, but they end up like chasing tail. Tapi mereka akhirnya biasanya karena debat kusir ya, disebut debat kusir itu karena hanya melihat dari kacamatanya saja tanpa opposing viewpoints. Ini maksudnya ya. Jadi kalau dalam debate argumen ya Anda harus lihat juga viewpoints, cara pandang dari lawan bicara atau tim yang sedang Anda berdebat ya. Next, provides rationale to clarify. I mixed up my bahasa Indonesia and English just for these theoretical materials. Provides rationale to clarify or explain relevance and validity of the evidence. So if you have an argument, if you have a one side of opinion, you need to explain the validity. Is it just your opinion, or you have a scientific evidence supporting you? Okay, I think that's clear. What is debate then? Walaupun debate itu hanyalah salah satu dari bentuk argumentative speaking, tapi mungkin kita akan ambil formatnya dengan menggunakan debate biar nanti ada exercise-nya ya. Exercise untuk apa? Untuk melakukan argumentative speaking-nya ya. So we need this debate. So what is debate? Debate is a formal academic competition in which students argue both sides of a given topic. Jadi adalah kompetisi formal akademis di mana mahasiswa itu saling berargumen dengan sebuah topik yang ditentukan. So I think it's clear ya. So the topic is given. It's not chosen by the one who have a debates or arguments. The foundation of debate is speaking. See? That's why we need to learn this in speaking subject. Karena fondasi dasar daripada debat itu yang ngomong. Anda nggak bisa debate tanpa ngomong ya. There's no way you can have a debate with just no words. I think that's impossible. Debate. So let's go to terminology. Nah ini yang penting kalian boleh sambil catat. You can take a note. You can jot down the words terminology that we will use like every occasions or every materials on argumentative speaking ya. Number one, no, I don't need to read the number. Debate. Yang pertama debate. Debate is to argue both sides ya. berargumen pada dua sisi. Kalau satu sisi tadi chasing tail ya. So, jadi debate itu adalah dua sisi. Jadi ada kesempatan membahas keduanya. Fact, ada kata fact, something proven to be true. So when we call it, when one thing is called fact, there is evidence, scientific or empirical or clinical proof ya. Jadi fact itu yang disebut fact. Kemudian ada opinion, feeling or belief. Opinion is not a fact because opinion is a feeling or belief. Quote, to write exactly what someone said or wrote. Quote is menulis yang dikatakan seseorang atau mengutip yang dikatakan seseorang untuk mendukung argumen Anda ya. Okay, so in dalam debat diperlukan. In debate you need this because you just can't just like saying everything, but from you're not backed up by an expertise or quotation from the one who is in the field. Resolve ini adalah make firm decision to do something. Kita membuat keputusan yang tegas untuk melakukan sesuatu ya. Motion ini yang tadi, motion proposition, a subject to be debate or its topic ya. Simple as that. Nah, itu topik aja. Kata berikutnya yang muncul adalah evidence. Fact and example to prove something. Fakta dan contoh untuk membuktikan sesuatu. Itu evidence. Buktinya mana? You can just say I see, I witness, in my opinion, I think. Itu nggak akan kuat kalau di argumennya. Ya harus ada facts and example. For on-demand writing, quote from the passage, article, and so on and so forth. Jadi dalam argumen atau debate Anda butuh Google, butuh browsing untuk cari quotes atau articles yang mendukung argumen Anda. Give credit to author when you're writing with direct quotes or paraphrasing. Nah, kita harus memberikan satu acknowledgement ya, pengakuan ketika kita nulis atau memberikan argumen yang mengutip langsung dari sumber tertentu ya. Oke. In debate there is always two sides ya, seperti yang tadi saya jelaskan. Side yang pertama disebut tim yang pertama atau sisi yang pertama disebut affirmative side. Side that support the proposition. It's also called as government. Ini juga biasa disebut government ya. Okay, next, negative side. Ini lawannya. The other sides of the argument, we have negative side or oppositions ya. Side that oppose the proposition. Jelas ya? And in an argumentative speaking, in a debate, you can't choose whether you are affirmative or opposition. Dan dalam debate ini adalah permainan kompetisi. Jadi Anda nggak boleh milih harus jadi argumen harus di posisi yang mana ya. Affirmative versus negative. This is the other way to say that. The job of affirmative is to prove the topic is a good idea. Nah, tugasnya karena ini tidak bisa milih Anda itu di government atau opposition, affirmative atau negatif. Jadi Anda harus memahami ketika dapat tugas atau dibagi di random, terus kemudian tim Anda dapat affirmative, Anda harus tahu tugas affirmative itu apa. Kalau di opposition tugasnya apa gitu ya. Nah, coba saya singkat jelaskan ini. I'm gonna use my bahasa Indonesia. The job of affirmative is to prove that topic resolution is good idea. Tugas utama dari tim afirmatif adalah membuktikan bahwa topik itu yang diajukan ini atau motion ini atau preposition atau resolution ini adalah good idea. Ini hal yang benar, maka harus disetujui gitu kan. The job of negative is the opposite. Ya, kalau negatif ya kebalikannya. To prove that the topic resolution is a bad idea. Jadi tugasnya negatif. Kalau Anda negatif, berarti Anda harus membuktikan bahwa topik yang sedang dibahas itu bukan ide yang baik ya, harus ditolak gitu ya. Nah, dalam debate, dalam argumentative speaking, it's not always about whether you personally agree or disagree, karena tidak ada keharusan, tetapi Anda harus dipilih gitu ya. Tidak ada keharusan tapi ada keharusan. Maksudnya gini, kalau kalian di tim afirmatif dan negatif itu tugas. Jadi tugas kalian membuktikan itu ya. A judge will evaluate the debate and vote for whichever team does a better job proving the point. Nah, judge-nya, jurinya nanti akan mengevaluasi dan melakukan voting mana tim yang melakukan pekerjaannya lebih baik dalam membuktikan case ini tadi ya. Okay. Being an eloquent speaker helps, but debate has much more to do with winning substantive argument than with oratory. Jadi dalam debate itu tidak hanya Anda lancar berbicara saja, itu tidak, kalau Anda tidak berbicara substantif argumen, well, Anda bisa kalah ya. Debater use combination research, logic, strategy to win. Jadi kalau argumen itu debaters menyebutnya begitu ya. Ada kombinasinya, itu adalah research, jadi browsing Google ya, logic and strategy. Dan ini meramu ini menjadi argumen yang baik ya. Bukan menunjukkan benar atau salah, tapi bagaimana menunjukkan argumen Anda lebih substantif. Oppose, ya ini kata lain, istilah yang lain. Okay, so the next word was oppose, to be against of something. Ini terminologi yang lain yaitu oppose, to be against, tidak setuju dengan topik ya, oppose. Counterclaim, counter argument, itu adalah opposing argument or respond to your claim argument of the proposition. Ini adalah argumen yang merespon, tidak setuju tentunya ya, mengklaim argumen dari propositions yang sedang ditawarkan topiknya ya. Rebuttal is a response to a counter argument or counterclaim. Rebuttal itu adalah defense-nya ya, kayak kalau sudah disanggah, ini sanggahan balik, respon dari sanggahannya ya, rebuttal. Alright, the next terminology will be concede. Concede ini artinya menyerah guys, give up, kalian kalah ya, bendera putih. To surrender or admit that someone else is right or correct in their argument. Ini kalian harus hindari ini kalau dalam argumen ya. Kalau concede itu berarti Anda mengakui argumen lawan Anda benar ya. So thank you, I think that's all. And this week we still haven't practiced, we don't have a video project yet, but we have a discussion project. Please, after watching this video, summarize the materials. What have you learned using a key points? Please use your own words, don't make it long, make it short using your own language, your own English, simple, yeah, and post it in the comment sections, yeah. So please, if you have questions on query, you just post the questions, and I will go and respond quite soon. Yeah, thank you guys. Hope you learned something from today. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Bye bye.